Hey guys, a very good morning to all my crypto peculiars. So, have you all been curious about what's happening in the market? Don't worry, the CoinMark's got you covered. Okay, so before starting with the updates, let's quickly quote today's headlines. Shiba Inu finally reaches 100,000 holders. Hillary Clinton wants crypto regulation to protect the dollar's reserve status. Russians transact $5 billion in crypto each year, Bank of Russia says. WazirX CEO discusses India's crypto market, urges investors not to give in to FUD. So let's start up with the refresh feed. Firstly, while some Shiba Inu community members are not happy with the token's performance in recent weeks, the fundamental factor that includes the number of holders may be more important for the asset's future than short-term price action. But still, as it has completed 1 million users, well, that is insane. Who wants to become a millionaire, they ask, right? Let's have a look. The Shiba Inu meme token has finally surpassed the 1 million holder mark, marking a significant achievement. More than 1 million investors have chosen to keep their money in the meme token, which has recently retraced by 60%. Shiba Inu hit its latest ATH of $0.000088, which was the last price before losing about 30% of its value and dropping to $0.000057, following a mind-blowing several of 1,000% run on the market. More investors have decided to abandon the sinking ship and either close their positions or sell their tokens, resulting in a 30% loss. The entire value loss now stands at 61%. SHIB token has been attempting to resume its halted bull run on a regular basis but was unsuccessful on November 19, 11 and 5. On certain days, tokens grew up to 40% in a single day but then heavily retraced due to heavy selling pressure. According to the market history of similar coins like Dogecoin, an asset's price cannot rise in the long run solely due to the enthusiasm of the community or news such as Tesla's acceptance. Because they have use cases for day-to-day use, coins with a stronger fundamental base such as Ethereum or Solana tend to rise in price. Next, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has called for increased regulation of cryptocurrency markets in an interview. Apparently, she wants to protect the dollar. Whoa, looks like we crypto users were about to start a fight here. Well, let's find out what's actually happening to the dollar. The combination of social media algorithms and the accumulation of vast sums of money through ownership of cryptocurrencies, according to Clinton, is a possible threat for the dollar's status. She went on to demand that the Biden administration regulate the stock market. We're not just looking at governments like Russia or China and destabilizing states and destabilizing the dollar as the reserve currency, she said. The Biden administration needs to answer a lot of significant questions. This interview reflects Clinton's remarks from last week. She believes it has the power to destabilize governments of any size, according to the former Democratic presidential contender addressing the Bloomberg New Economy Forum in Singapore. Her comments come at a time when governments all over the world are attempting to establish regulatory frameworks for digital assets. The European Commission's Council adopted 2 measures for digital assets on Wednesday that would reduce cyber dangers while focusing on consumer protection. After floating a bill in 2019 that tried to outlaw crypto assets, the Indian government is now considering a new crypto bill with an upcoming winter parliament session to explore crypto's role in the Indian economy. So moving forward with our next segment, though Russia has become a global leader in the crypto market, the Bank of Russia is still skeptical about Bitcoin. Russian people are among the world's most active participants of the cryptocurrency market, according to the country's central bank. So let's dive into this and find out what's actually happening in Rasputin's Russia. On Thursday, the Bank of Russia released a new report on financial stability, highlighting the country's expanding involvement in the $2.8 trillion market. The Bank of Russia estimated that the overall yearly volume of crypto transactions by the Russian population is 350 billion rubles or $5 billion, based on estimates released by major local banks in July 2021. Although the price of Bitcoin has nearly doubled since July, soaring from roughly $30,000 to over $60,000 in November, it is unclear whether the Bank of Russia has converted these estimates. The Russian central bank also stated that according to the Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index as of August 2021, Russia is one of the world's largest Bitcoin mining countries, ranking third in terms of national hash rates. Despite acknowledging Russia's dominance in the global cryptocurrency market, the Bank of Russia still listed major risks risks associated with the industry, including those related to financial stability, investor protection, money laundering, and criminal financing, as well as environmental, social, and governance concerns. The central bank did not propose any immediate measures to address these risks, but it did say that it will keep a careful eye on the market for any threats. The relationship between digital currencies and the financial sector remains limited at the moment. However, the rapid growth and the widespread adoption of digital currencies would pose higher risks for both globally and for the Russian financial market. So, moving towards our last segment for today, the Indian crypto market is in shambles, and there's a lot of fear in the air as the government considers introducing the much discussed but enigmatic cryptocurrency and regulation of official digital currency bill 2021. Indian investors began panic selling as rumors of a ban spread. As a result, WazirX CEO Nishchal Shetty has been making frequent appearances in the media to address the pervasive lack of crypto literacy. Let's have a look at what's getting cooked in our headline being. The CEO of the Binance owned exchange first stressed the necessity of focusing on crypto education rather than ban related speculation. He explained a lot of people who don't really trust crypto nevertheless look at it out from the outside. From the outside, crypto appears to be nothing more than just a currency substitute. That's the first thought that comes to mind, and then they think of crypto as solely a payment use case if they dig a bit deeper. Switching to Hindi for India's many small town investors, Shetty remarked how other crypto use cases like as NFTs, games, and D-apps were rarely mentioned in the regulatory discussions. Shetty told spectators that crypto-based games would not be banned, emphasizing that crypto offered far more than payment related use cases. He also claimed that restrictions will not take effect immediately. Several consumers wanted to know when India's unified payments interface would be available on the exchange, which currently has over 8.5 million members. Shetty responded by saying that WazirX was collaborating with banks, but that bankers like Indian investors were afraid of the crypto law. WazirX has floundered as well as previously reported due to a massive rise in user activity. So we would now wind up with the assessment for today morning and meet you in the evening with even more interesting stuff. Until then, you may consider joining our Telegram channel for free crypto signals. Visit our blog linked below for guides, reviews, and tutorials, and subscribe to the channel and get daily updates about the crypto market. Lastly, with this little favor of CoinMonks, we hope you stay updated. Thanks for watching and have a nice day ahead.